Check out that view from Force 13 HQ, and this is the room where everything in my life pretty much started 14 years ago on this day, January the 11th, 2009. Now, back then, this room, which is now the sort of the guest room, it's a tiny little thing. You may remember it from the 2015 Hurricane Week. I was also in here because I was renovating the other room. That's a different story. Back in 2009, this is where I lived, and we had basically a big bed up there, a bunk, but underneath it we had all of the desk space and the computer, which was in that corner, which is now a bed. And on that computer in that corner, I would have been working on my first productions, which were a series of newspaper type productions, which were sent in email format, and they were daily emails basically. And that is where I started my career technically. If you're talking about the first thing that ever went out publicly, the first thing that was designed for public consumption, it would have been that, with the first edition, which was talking about a series of well, back then I did a few thought experiments, so it was a little bit about that, I suppose, in the first editions. But then it got a little bit more interesting further on, and there's a lot of information about that in my documentary. It is a few years old now, but it is still quite relevant. And this is sort of like a memorable room for me, really. It's a very tiny one, as you can see, but this is where I spent pretty much my whole life from when we moved into this place at age 8 until I was about 18. So a long time spent in this room. Tracked Hurricane Sandy. The computer was over there by then. And in 2015, we had a temporary position here for Hurricane Week, and the computer was there. And for about 3 months, I think it was, something like that, I was here. And sometimes I would wake up from the bed and get straight onto the machine and have really lazy days. And being right next to the window, that was pretty cool as well. Of course, a lot of things has changed since then. And as I say, this is now a guest room. But yeah, 14 years ago is when that was, and my career sort of began. Completely different now. Oh look, there's a PlayStation 2 in the corner. I guess we'll leave it with that.